Alright guys, so this will be a review of the TWH Peterbilt 335 with the 5-ton rollback. This specific one, as you can see, has the gloss back and then the metallic blue front. I currently have the review of the red front and the red backup, but someone requested this one, and I have two others, which are the yellow and the gray one, and if you want to see those, please let me know and I will get them up. So, to start off as a little introduction, I want to say that these don't really fit into a construction collection, and meaning that is if you have, a smaller collection where you only collect, one or two type of models, say you have maybe like 20 or 30 models, obviously this won't fit in too well. I believe that this fits in well when you have a really decent sized collection. It also works really well if you have a couple of cranes, because you could haul some crane parts around on it. Needless to say, I think that most people should get it because it works well. It even looks really cool in dioramas when you have, one or two pieces to haul in and you don't want to haul them in on a huge flatbed or whatever. But besides the point, let's get into the review. And I will start with the front on this one. Now, looking at the front, when I ordered it, I thought that it wasn't going to be a metallic, but it was, and unfortunately it doesn't match that gloss red, because it's kind of basically the Manitalk red, but I still actually really like the metallic now, and when I did order it, I didn't like that the back of it didn't match the front, but it looks really cool now, to say the least. Starting off, enough rambling, you can see that the suspension on it is actually really nice. It'll take a bump really well, and I wish I had something over here to show you what it's like, but takes, it'll display really well. The hood opens, and the cool thing, or the interesting thing, is they actually added these little ropes in here, which is just like thread from a crane, so the hood doesn't open too much, and it's like the stop for the hood, and I think that's really cool. You could also see the engine, which is actually pretty nice, and like I always say, I never display them with the open hoods, but for someone that does, you could see that it looks, really nice. Looking onto the front, just a really nice design, as you could tell. I really like how well it's built, and that's probably going to be my favorite thing about them at the end of the review. But you could tell it just looks very realistic, and everything looks to be in scale. One of my favorite things is probably the grille, and I say that, it's hard to focus on it, because it just matches the truck really well, and it just looks really nice, and I love the curvature of the truck. The right side, as you can see, has the exhaust, and I like how it's a straight pipe. There's only one exhaust on the truck, and it is on this side, which really doesn't bother me, but I just really like the exhaust. It's nice and big, and it's a straight pipe. The mirrors you have to put on yourself, and I like them because they're all chrome and whatnot. And looking at the top of the truck, you can see it has the two air horns and the lights and then the visor. It also features, I don't know why my camera's light is so bad, and hopefully I can get them open. Opening doors, and I wish that they would open. As you can tell, they don't open too easily, but I will try to open them. I can't open them right now, it's gonna take too long, but the doors do open. One thing I want to point out is that I really like is the riveting. I think that makes it look very realistic as well. You have two toolboxes on the truck, obviously, to store chains and whatnot, and this one opens, and you can see I already have chains in there, which I totally forgot about. And then this one opens as well, and they will stay closed because they have the little rubber piece right there, and it'll grab the top, and I think that that's very cool as well. Being that it's a rollback, it does exactly that, and it does roll back, and then there are cylinders that will push it down towards the ground so you could drive a car up it. Before we get to that, back of the cab also has the rivets, so I think that looks very cool. If we look at the rollback, the back of it has that mesh right there, which is cool because it prevents anything from hitting the driver, and then it also has the big warning beacon, which I like a lot. One of the coolest things that I like, which I don't use too often because I don't use this for cars, but it actually has a working winch with a hook on the end. So as you could see, there's the hook, and the hook will come out. As you can see, my cable's all twisted and whatnot because I never bring it out, but then it has a little grip there that you could roll it in on, and you have to try to keep it tensioned to roll it in, because if you don't, it won't roll in. I never use this feature because, like I said, I don't put any cars on it, but at one point I was displaying it with it pulling up a pickup, so that was pretty cool. The back of the rollback, as you can see, is all gloss. It's built very nice. There's no, wear plates or anything on it, but the paint just overdoes that because it's just really nice. You have lights on the edges over here, and the way this works is that it will pull back, and then it'll pop down from those cylinders right here, and that's what the frame looks like. It's really nice. It even has decals and whatnot. Now to raise it, you basically pull it to right there, you drop it down, and then you have to push it in, because if you don't push it in from back here, when you go to drop it down, it won't fit. There's like a locking mechanism right here. If you see, it won't pull up, but if you bring it to right there, it will. A very cool feature is that these right here actually work, and they'll move up and down. I always keep mine up. But a very, very cool feature. If you want to put another car on the end, you could do that with these. And this will pull out, it will lower, and then you could pull these out, and you could adjust them for the tire size, and you could put another car on there. I would pull it in because it's plastic and I don't think it would hold, as you could see. But another cool thing is that you could take these out of there and then store them in there, and I'm pretty sure that's how the model comes in the box, so you might want to take those out, and you're not missing them when it comes in the box. I'm pretty sure that they store them right there, and then you can push them in. And looking at the back of the truck, you could see it's just really cool, and it says "Run Hard" on the back on the plate. I believe it says that on the front as well, and just overall the back just looks very realistic. Has real rubber mud flaps, and you can see it has more controls right over here. So overall, I say well worth it because it just fits real well. It is 1/50th scale, and the odd thing about it is that they did make it 1/50th scale, and I say that because I feel like there aren't that many 1/50th scale cars or trucks made, so I guess it was kind of made for the construction market, I guess you could say. I mean, just my opinion on it, but anyway, there's a review of it. It's really nice, the colors are great, and if you have the opportunity, definitely pick one up because you won't be disappointed by it. Only thing I have to say is that it does sit around a lot, but if you don't mind that, it's just a really nice piece to have, as you could see. And take care.